Hi, how are you?
I am good. I'm hot, but we're fine.
Like everyone else?
Yeah.
It was an amazing show. It's really good to have you here back in Turkey.
Thank you.
How do you find the audience?
It was great audience. I mean,
Like
normally we play at night with a lot of lights and fog and special effects, so it was interesting to play during the daytime and just let the band play. I said, let's just play rock. Let's just play all the hits, you know, play all.
It was awesome, man. I mean, the stage show, the performance, everything was so great.
Thank you.
How was the audience? Like you expected? Like you remember it?
They were great, absolutely great. The audience was exactly what I thought. You know, they never get tired. The audience, I don't know how they do it. They're out there for like 12 hours and that. It's amazing.
So you inspired like so many artists, so many great artists, such as like Marilyn Manson and even also Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I really wonder, how does it feel to be a legend, you know, a living legend?
Well, you know, I've been 45 years of doing this, and the great thing about it is I never get tired of it. You know, I get on stage, and I still have all the energy I had when I was 20 years old. You know, I get up, I just do what I do. You know, Alice Cooper gives me the energy. So it's fun to play Alice, you know.
What do you think about Lady Gaga? I mean...
Well, she's great. You know, I mean, it's not my kind of music. We're trying to make Lady Gaga more rock. You know, she's a friend of mine, so I'm trying to get her to go, come on, you need to go more rock and less dance, okay? So if we can turn her into rock, she's going to be a monster. But I mean, as it is now, she's great. She's really a good girl.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, thank you.
It's about the time now. So you're performing since 1960s, right?
Yeah.
And you see in the 60s, the 80s, like 70s,
Yeah.
90s,
Yeah.
and millennium. You see everything, man.
Yeah.
So if I want you to compare these, you know, these ages, what do you want to say?
Okay, I think the 60s was a lot of, that was the whole Beatles. I mean, the Beatles changed everything. I was 15 years old when the Beatles came out, so I mean, and then the Rolling Stones, wow, you know. And that's what got us into being in a band. The 70s then was our era. That was the era of myself and Bowie and Elton and, you know, all those bands, Pink Floyd and Lou Reed and everybody and Iggy. We all started in the, you know, we started in the 60s, but our big part was in the 70s. And the 80s was straight through. I mean, one of those things is like, 80s got a little bit more dance. I call it the disco plague, but rock and roll never died. All those bands kept going. Kiss, Alice, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses. Yeah, we're still the hard rock bands. And then we got the influx of metal started coming. You know, Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and everybody started coming in around mid-80s, you know. So right now, music hasn't changed that much, you know. I mean, the technology has changed, but not the music. Music is pretty much the same.
The Black Widow.
You've gone through a lot of odd moments during the show. Like, I remember a snake cracked all over you and all over your stage.
Yeah.
And there's a chicken throwing thing.
Yeah.
And also, you broke your rib. What?
All 6 of them. I broke all 6 ribs.
Oh my goodness. So what other bizarre moments that you remember?
I had a sword through my leg. I had 28 stitches in my head. I had pneumonia. I mean, everything that could happen. If you're in my show, it's a dangerous show. Because like today we only did an hour. We usually do 2 hours. And the other part of the show is even more crazy, you know. But we only had an hour tonight, so we just played the songs. But normally in our show, everybody gets stitches. I mean, you're getting cut all the time, you know, and you have to get stitches. But, you know, that's part of the show.
What's your band thinking about it?
They
don't mind.
They have no problem with it, yeah. It's the best band I've ever had. This is the best band I've ever had.
There's a price to pay.
you released Welcome Tonight.
Yes.
And now you're releasing another Welcome Tonight, but 2 as a number.
Part 2.
2 as a number. So where did the idea come from? Why do you want to keep going?
Well, we thought that the idea of if Alice had a nightmare in 1976, why not give him a nightmare in 2011?
And I heard this one is worse than the other.
It's
so scary.
It's parts of it are pretty scary, yeah. And then we did one song tonight from the album. We did a song called "I'll Bite Your Face Off," which is the audience went crazy for it. So, you know, I hope they like the rest of the album that much. You know.
Actually, it should have been released back then, but now there's a delay. Why is that so?
Well, we're gonna release it in October near Halloween. Because
you're waiting
Halloween,
for Halloween.
yeah, waiting. It's the perfect time.
Any new projects for TV or movie? I know you played a movie like horror.
I'm actually doing a movie with Johnny Depp next week.
Really?
Yeah, a movie called Dark
Tell us
Shadows.
about it.
It's called Dark Shadows.
What's it about?
It's all vampires.
You're gonna be a vampire now?
Me and Johnny Depp are gonna be vampires.
Unbelievable. So when it be?
It'll probably be out in about a year. You know, it takes a long time for those movies to come out. But it's going to be great. We're going to shoot it in London next week.
And have you started discussions and have you started working with Johnny Depp?
Not yet, but next week I do. I start working with him.
Amazing.
He'd be great. He's great. I like him. I like his work. He's really great.
It's gonna be
He's
so
a musician too. He plays guitar.
I know. Actually, he started his career as a musician,
Yeah.
but then he's turned to a movie star.
Yeah, so we'll probably maybe we'll do some songwriting together.
So maybe you'll do a featuring with them.
Yeah, have him come on stage.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
As a vampire.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It was a great pleasure to be able to talk with you.
Thank you so much. Hello, my little children of the night. I'm Alice Cooper, and you're on Dream TV, Nightmare TV.
Where the money